Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are returning to the main sim after our latest detour, or our last video where we flew the Flight Factor 767-200ER, and we are going back to the basics, flying I guess the most featured plane on my channel, the FSLabs A320. And we are flying for Fly UK, and specifically their Oceanic subsidiary, Topaz Sky, and we are in Cairns, Australia. Might be butchering that pronunciation, not sure what they how they exactly pronounce that, but I guess something like that. Cairns, something of that sort. And we're doing a bit of a longer flight. We're flying to Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea. And wait a second, where's my sim brief? Dispatch, okay, here we go, sorry. I thought I forgot to download my sim brief, but I do have the flight plan. I just need to get the PDF. So yeah, we're doing a bit of a longer flight, nothing too spectacular. In terms of add-ons, we have the Orbex Cairns, Cairns International Airport, which is, pretty okay looking. If we go to a higher view, you can see it's not the biggest airport, but it's a pretty nice one. Love the Cathay Pacific A330 there. It looks very pretty. Everything around you is land class. I only have the nice photoreal for parts of Australia, the one that comes online on the upper layers or on the higher altitudes. I only have that for South Australia and New South Wales. I think there's also something available for the Northern Territories, but there's nothing for Queensland, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, I guess most nice airports in Queensland are at the coast, so you're not going to be doing too much inland flying, at least not with the bigger airports. But we're going to have the nice FS scenery, Papua New Guinea scenery, which is okay. It does suffer from lack of oxygen though, so that's a kind of a big negative. But apart from that, it's very nice. And and the airport is also Orbex, what's it called, Jackson's International Airport, something like that. But yeah, the weather isn't too good. It's raining, as you can see. No effects though on the ground, so that's a bit of a bummer. Not all airports have that, but the ones that do, it does look much better. We're just doing a quick walk around, having a quick look. Everything is looking fine, or as good as it can look. I've been watching some videos with the new Tolis A340 released in Microsoft Flight Sim, and the people kind of reviewing that plane and all the details and stuff. And I must say though, it does look pretty good. There are of course things that could be better, but if you compare it to the FSLabs, which is a great aircraft, not even this one has. And of course this is P3D level, so it's not going to be the same, but yeah, just kind of shows how you get spoiled with time. And I guess also with the developers going further and further and pushing boundaries, like the Flight Factor 777 compared to the Flight Factor 767, big difference, right? Now what do we have here? Warning, outflow, valve. Interesting. The one thing I actually like, it has pretty nice, the texts are pretty clear to see on this one. There's some aircrafts, I think like the Carnado ADR in P3 that doesn't have those nice texts, or it looks like it has them, but then when you load into sim, it's very blurry. And it has very nice kind of PBR on this one. It's just kind of perfectly set up. the wheels could do some work, specifically the tires. I guess the wheel itself looks fine. But yeah, just wanted to quickly do the go around. Now I noticed we don't have a stairs, so technically I couldn't get back on board, but we're gonna cheat and just jump in. I'm also gonna put or give us a nice outboard view as well, just so we can see everything get loaded up. And we do have a few of these. I need to go and look. I think I mentioned in that previous video to just go through and like disable all these static ones. They just look a bit out of place. It's just something with the color. I think it's because they're lacking the dynamic lining, so that's kind of hurting them. And look at that, we have a Embraer Alliance maybe coming in for landing. It's really nice though. I must say here actually P3D I think beats X-Plane. I think just the way the AI traffic handles it's much nicer. Of course it could also be reflective of me using AIG AI traffic compared to traffic global in X-Plane, but I just feel like, yeah, there's just something about how the planes they land, etc. It just looks better in P3D to be honest. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And we are gonna start up our stuff. Batteries. And we'll need to do the connections. We'll request the GPU. Okay, let's do the freight one. I guess they'll help us. We can request stairs as well. This parking is too small for our aircraft. I don't think so, but maybe. Okay, so we missed the landing there. Oh well. Can't catch them all. The interesting part about this flight is going to be all over water, so it won't be the longest flight. This I really like, that you have the covered stairs. You don't always see that with GSX, but this time it seems to have worked. That's good. In terms of the weather, though, let's have a look quickly. And this is fun. Now this is fun, or fun and fun, but we do have some CB warnings, so that's nice. Not sure how it's gonna look on or with the usage of the volumetric clouds though, so it's not gonna be as fun as in X-Plane 12 where you can really see those CB clouds. Not sure what this stands for, let me see. TCNN. Weather. Tropical Cyclone Aviation Advisory. Well. I don't think we have the possibility to do cyclone or... Yeah, I don't know. Let me see here. We'll do a windy... They allow an anonymous... Yeah, look at that. We have some nasty weather here. So this is actually very kind of perfect for our flight. We're probably not going to see too much effects of it. Maybe here around Port Moresby will be a bit of a bad weather. I mean, we have some rain here at the kind of outside or the outer reaches of the cyclone. But yeah, let's see as we start our flight what the effects are gonna be. And yeah, let's check maybe our weather briefing. I'm gonna jump back into the aircraft because we can connect the external power. Now we can flip these to nav. The pumps, we can put those back on. Cruise supply, ground control. And then what we'll do is actually start our ACARS track. So we will start the recording. We're on the blocks. We're supposed to take off at 21:15 UTC. So there should be ample time, but we need to, of course, be moving along fairly quickly. We don't want to postpone, considering the weather. We have tropical cyclone signals, so that's a lot of fun. Destination weather looks pretty fine, broken at 2000. 15 knots, so it's hard. It's gonna be here it's only around 8 knots. It's gonna pick up a bit towards 14 knots, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be worse. But it actually looks like it's gonna get better at Port Moresby, so we should be fine. But let's see, of course. Not certain about this AYKM alternative airport. Let me see, which one is that? That's Karima Airport. It has a very short runway of 1,000 meters. Maybe that's enough though for the A320. It's a bit further up along the coast. Let's just keep it for now, but yeah, feels a bit short. We can turn on our sorry, not our EFBs, our FMCs. And what we'll do is the ATSU first of all. So AOC in it. And we'll request the data. We should be in kilos because we're flying Fly UK, and that we are. Good. We should have the right data. Yeah, some changes there. Block fuel 6,200. Let's go and double check these numbers so we're not putting in anything wrong. Yeah, 6.2 tons of or kilos, 6,200 kilos of fuel, 53.30 fuel. Yeah, this looks good. We'll send that. I'm also gonna ask for departure 80s. We got our first information, slot, delay. No information available. I'm gonna assume that's for the 80s. Doesn't always work, unfortunately. We can turn these on while we wait, or at least brighten them up. Our different screens are working. Our EFB have Port Moresby set up, so that's good. We'll also be able to set up. Let me see, Fly UK. So in what's it called? Pilot to ADC, right? We just want to make sure we have this set up as well. 37,000 feet should be correct. We're actually going to go up 39. So I'm going to put that in. Here's our flight. It's not a long one, but not a short one either. We'll validate, we'll file. I'm going to change the settings now to that the ATC can assign SIDS and stars. I'll connect it to the sim. And Skyways is our. Let's remember that. We'll accept our load sheet.
Clouds. 4,000
Go
scattered.
to boarding.
6,200 broken. Temperature
And
24.
request
Dew
boarding.
point 22. Current QNH is 1010. Arriving and departing runway 15.
And we don't
Cairns
need
International Airport Information Kilo.
we can
800 local winds are 1.
remove the 80s for now. Let's see if we'll listen to it. YBCS. We're flying to AYPY 4003. So I'm just putting in the data here. It's a pretty bad.
Very good afternoon, Echo Sierra Quebec, VFR 172 for Cairns.
Wait, let me do cancel. Let me move it like this so I can see what I'm putting in. It'll be hard to. The problem is because of I have the bezels right with the screens, so to kind of align those, not always as easy. What's our block time on this? Can you see that? Yeah, okay, I think this is fine. Just don't want to put anything too low, so they're all mad at me when we're delayed. In terms of our packs, it's 122, so it's not a full flight, that's for sure. I'll have Wi-Fi. This is a route usually flown by the Neo. Since I don't have the Neo, or there is no Neo in P3D, we'll have to use the 20. You can switch between those, so that's pretty nice. Okay, we have boarding music, and then we have safety. Yeah, customs card required. And everything is kind of being loaded up now. Maybe we can actually take a nice... I kind of liked how it looked with all the people on the ground. Now that I don't get. Why would you close the... And same with the forward cargo, it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna put those on. Hopefully there's not an issue here with the doors on this side. Doesn't look like it. That's good. Yeah, the ESX has been causing all sort of problems unnecessarily. We have our flight plan here as well if we want to check. We're just going to do our takeoff calculations there. Let's talk to the tower as well. Skyways 4003, ready to copy, IFR clearance.
Skyways 4003
Fly
is
the
cleared to
CS2,
Alpha
6,000
Yankee
feet,
Papa
and the
Yankee. Fly the
5323.
C2 departure then as filed. Expect departure runway 15.
We can put it in here.
Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher
5323.
clearances 2 minutes after departure.
I'm gonna put all of
Cairns
this on
departure on
a bit early, but
118.4.
just so I don't forget. When I'm a
5323.
lone pilot, it's easier
Skyways 4003 is cleared to Alpha Yankee
you
Papa
know,
Yankee. Fly
help
the
myself a bit.
CS2 departure then as filed. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher
CS2.
clearances 2 minutes after departure.
So departure of runway
Cairns
15.
departure on 118.4.
CS2.
Squawk 5323.
Yeah, we have a manual, and then we have UNSAM, and we're supposed to do the
Skyways
UNSAM 1
4003
arrival
Riyadh back
for
correct.
the
QNH
ILS
is
to 32 right.
1010.
And let's see if
Contact
we have,
Cairns
yeah, we
ground
have the
on
same one.
121.7.
We'll insert,
When ready for pushback, have a good morning.
and
QNH
that
is 1010.
perfect.
Ground on 121.7. Skyways 4003.
We need to put in our inputs as well. We can just double check here. This is looking right. Zero fuel and block. So zero fuel is 53.3, but then the question is about the zero fuel CG. You'll find it here, 31.7. A block fuel of 6.2. Then the question is, what type of wind will we have? The wind is coming from 083, so almost a northern one, so I guess a bit of a headwind rather than a tailwind, so we won't touch that. Good. Then we have the performance page. It's pretty quick to set this all up, which is nice. It's a lovely looking plane as well. I do wonder if I ever get to building my own home cockpit, which plane would it be? I think there's three main ones, right? The 737 and A320, just because they are the most common ones. But then I think that the MD-80, that would be so dope, but I have not been able to find anyone that does that. But that would be a fun home cockpit to do. Okay, so What else? Constraint. We can put this to arc. Arc. Constraints on. You can double check the weather. 101. Not sure if Australia, but I'm gonna assume they use QNH. 1010.
Killing 442, just caution the traffic jet start pushing off base.
Okay, I think that will be fine.
Jet star off base 15,
And is it still raining or? Ah, look at that. The weather did improve. The only negative thing, right, with the true sky is how quickly it changes. If it was more, instead of these like direct changes, it was more something like that happened slowly. That would be nicer. We're gonna use the wipers to get rid of some of this.
There is traffic on long final. You be ready on reaching?
We'll be ready, Emirates 920.
Can I get this one?
Roger, take 20 point golf, runway 16 right.
Oh, it works. Okay, good.
Right, Emirates 920.
Got scared there for a bit. The funny part is the water kind of came back anyway. Is that really how it works? Is it just kind of, okay, it's wet, but even if it's not raining?
Emirates 9209, contact tower 120.5.
105, Emirates 9209.
Okay, I guess maybe some water is kind of moving downwards. That's fine. Nav light, we forgot strobe, so we can put those to auto for the strobe, of course. Can keep as is. Can just do the APU test. Engine fire. Engine 2. We'll put the master on. So we want to start the APU. We do want the aircon. And then we'll do the takeoff. What was it? It was 6,000, right? I'm just gonna put that in on the alt. And then here, YBCS. We're taking off from runway 15. Full length. And what we're gonna do is just verify that these are correct. Look at that temperature, that would be lovely. Altimeters. I mean, it's dry now. And even if it was, I mean, technically it probably would have been wet, but it's definitely dry now since, well, I guess the surface. I guess on some of these older ones, right, you want, I mean, even if it rains, it's not gonna make a difference. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? But maybe it does make a difference even in P3D. In X-Plane, I'm certain the rain will make a difference. But not always the same in P3D.
1540, take 7 point Bravo 2, runway 16 right. 40 point Bravo 2, 16 right.
If it's only 5 degrees, this water would be gone pretty quickly, right? Considering the warmth.
Correction. Visibility 10 kilometers, reducing to 6 kilometers.
Okay, let's see. 34, 36, 67 flex down. Pretty high flap at 3. But okay, and then down at 0.4, right? Yeah. 67. And what was it? It was like 134. 134. 136. Okay, we have the info. Let's jump quickly outside, just have a look. Check our ACOS, it's looking fine. Think we can get going. Anything in particular we need to consider? Nothing that I can come up with right now. Let's start the APU. Let's check the boarding, maybe. We'll ask them to expedite. And then we'll ask for boarding. 7 minutes. Okay, we still have some time. We do know that. I just wish this would work. mainly because it's a feature, right? That they have in P3 version 4, but not in version 5.
Atlas 258, Grand Bay taxi, holding point Golf runway 16 right, if that's suitable for you. Holding point Golf runway 16 right, that's fine, Atlas 258.
Okay. Thank you and welcome aboard. Okay, let's get going here. Let's just check. Do we have parking brake is set? We don't want the same mistake as last time when I forgot it on. The APU is definitely gonna be on, so we can put on the bleed. And we can put on. I don't think we want to put on the beacon yet. Maybe not just yet. You can do the oxygen masks, or the one at least. Seems to work. We're gonna check quickly which one is runway 15. So it's gonna be the one pretty close, the closer one actually, but just barely. And this is actually pretty interesting, how they have parked the United States Air Force KC-135s. Quite a bit of them up here actually. Maybe there's a reason for that. Hercules, right? Very nice airport. I wonder if this is helicopters. Okay, so it's been some. Maybe this is like the historical one, and then they redeveloped it. Technically, I guess they could expand here with another runway, but probably not too good for the marine life, etc. Seeing this huge river here. Maybe they only need one, to be honest. It's not. Well, it's not a small city either. It's a pretty big one. Looks pretty nice. Actually very nice up here. And then the further inland you go, you see how dry it becomes, right? Like huge difference. And that's because of the mountains, I think, right? They don't let the clouds come in over here, right? So that's why this is all dried up. Such a huge landmass, right? They could use some rivers, right? But they don't seem to have too many that go further inland. But oh well. Skyways 4003, ready for pushback and engine start.
Skyways 4003 pushback and engine start approved.
Approved.
Pushback and engine start approved.
Now,
Skyways 4003.
now we just want to get everything ready. We'll put the seatbelt sign on. We'll disconnect the external power. Well, I think we can remove that and then like that maybe we need to do it. Because otherwise they're just gonna keep on knocking that it's connected. This seems to have connected now, so that's good. Anything else? Did something not load? Zany, Lenac, yeah, it all looks correct. So we should be fine. And god damn, there's a lot of these circuit breakers here. Can you pull them on the Tolises, or is it only the ones here on the top? Never figured, or for some reason I haven't thought about the fact that there's a lot of circuit breakers in the back, but I guess it makes sense. I was so happy once with my car. The the washer fluid stopped working. You know, when I pressed, nothing happened, and it had been really cold, right? And I think, you know, the fuse just went, so I kind of replaced that. It was a bit funny because I was asking a maintenance shop how much they would take to find the problem, and they were like, ah, it's gonna cost you 200 euros. And then I bought this, not even for 1 euro, this fuse, and fixed it. I must say that's the only annoying part. I don't mind spending money, but it always feels like you're getting fleeced by some of those maintenance shops. Some of them are good though, you know, they'll charge you for their time spent, your reasonable price for the product they have to purchase, but some of them are just, you know, crazy. Doing some crazy margins on their stuff. Okay, GPU is now off. Oh, and look at that, that's a small one. King Air. That's cool. I've been downloading a few of those from... I don't have that many general general aviation. Or I guess that's not general aviation, that's probably an airline, but I've been adding a few of those for Australia. It's cool to see one in action. Good. We are ready, I would say. We're gonna close the doors. I will ask the stairs to be removed. I will ask for pushback. Okay, let's just check that we have everything going. Skytrack is on. Everything is set up here appropriately. One thing is not, and that's the beacon light. These are set up. Armed emergency lights, we tried those. Should be fine. So it does look like we are ready to go. Gonna be fun. Both of these airports I got a long time ago, and I never really used them. No clue why, to be honest. I really like how this one looks actually. They've done it pretty well, the animations. And I like the fact that you're only moving the left one. It's dancing with the music. Okay, let's back to focusing. Enough bullshitting around. I like how we still see water dripping down. I do wonder if I should download that pack that makes it all a bit grayer in the cockpit, but I don't know. Do I want to change it too much on the inside? I kind of come to appreciate how the FSLabs one looks. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not horrendous either. Yeah, let's put that view. I can see though why they mean why it's too small, because we're gonna be pushed back right into that there, into those stairs. So that's yeah, not the best maybe. I'll put that to ignition. And we're gonna want our nose to go to the left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Okay, release parking brakes. Start at wheel. We'll start the first engine first. In accordance with the SOP from Airbus. No longer second engine first, it's the first one that goes first.
Just 765. Cross runway 25, give way to the King Air on go. And taxi via Bravo 42 A57. Traffic pushed off 63.
Cross runway 25, give way to the King Air on the right, Bravo 48 at 75.
First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten back.
Doesn't look to be that fast. Ah, you can move the chair. Never knew that.
Delta 578, taxi point Bravo 3, runway 161.
I saw one of the A330's videos. He said that you should be a bit forward and be able to kind of see the top without losing the sight of the lower screens. But I can't seem to get that right. Maybe the FSLabs is doing that wrong, or maybe it's some difference with the A330. Setting parking brakes.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Ground force 520, day 33.
Okay, and we're starting the second engine.
Hold short runway 25.
I'll start 25, 125.
Brace, brace, brace.
High heel shoes must be taken off as they need area evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including
520, cross runway 25, taxi
I really wish Air Vigo had this aircraft, then I could fly some nice routes. In that regard, I do miss flying the Aerosoft A318. I found that to be a fun aircraft to fly, but it also went away with the 24H2 update. Left is clear, right is clear. Thing seems to have started appropriately. I'll put the taxi lights on. APU bleed can go off. I'll shut the APU. Put that to normal, auto. Number 1, we'll have terrain on the right one and the weather radar on the left one. And look at that. It is seeing something, but it won't align exactly with what we're seeing because unfortunately, yeah, the weather won't be depicted appropriately. How does this airport look by night? No, sorry, I'm gonna cut short the... Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. Night lights, they seem to work. Okay. So that's nice. Let's get taxi clearance. Skyways 4003, ready to taxi. Did they get that? Yeah, I think
Skyways
so.
4003, taxi to runway 15 via taxiways Charlie. Charlie 1,
Yeah,
Bravo,
we'll have to
Bravo 2.
taxi all the way back.
Hold
Interesting
short
though that they
runway
haven't
15.
expanded that, so you can just go
Taxi
whatever.
to runway 15
Maybe not
via
necessary.
taxiways Charlie. Charlie 1,
Put the chrono
Bravo,
on.
Bravo 2, hold short runway 15 Skyways 4003.
Now we're ready. We're gonna release the parking brakes.
cross runway 25, taxi to Bay H. Traffic will be pushed
We're gonna put
Bay 6 to running 0 arrival for Qantas 6.
flaps to 3.
Cross runway 25 and taxi Bay Coast. You get 1581.
If you have any questions, please
Now we
ask
want
your
to
We would like to thank you for choosing flying.
pitch trim down to 0.4. Oh, it's hard to get it. Come on. Come on. Don't jump. You can do this. Okay, I'll have to do it this way. Ah. And we are moving.
After giving way to aircraft on Bay 8, push approved, and we'll report clear. Good going.
These sounds are really nice. Sucks though that I never really sit there in the back. I would do it more often, but the cabin is a bit ugly, to put it frank. Okay, and let's put in a bit of thrust, but not too much. Okay, cabin seems to be ready. Norman. Spoilers armed. Takeoff config normal. So looking good. Oh, and look at that. That's one of those Saabs. Not often you see that as AI traffic. That's really cool actually. Okay, let's see if our tiller works. Seems to work. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to fly this bird.
Ground at Acorn 533, Bay 3.
Like I always said, I don't know if this one or Tolus is better. I kind of like this one more. It's more immersive for some reason. I think it's with all the extra stuff. The Tolus one is great as well, though. I mean, if I had to get rid of one and could still fly the other, I would. I mean, that would still be sufficient for me. It's great to fly the Airbuses. The only thing I always will have a bit of a gripe or be a bit sad about is that we could have gotten the A330 maybe in P3D from FSLabs, but then instead they did the Concorde. And the Concorde is great, don't get me wrong, I mean it's awesome, but because of its kind of niche routes, I never have appropriate, you know, time to fly it. So I've done, I think twice now, a recording. I started on the weekend and I'm gonna fly to New York from London. I do all the takeoff and then I get up in the air and then I'm just like, yeah, I feel kind of okay, and then I just quit. But yeah, with the Airbus I could, there's so many different flights I could have done. It's a damn shame to think about all the planes we could have had in P3D.
Contact Cairns Tower on
And then they were all pulled.
Tower on 124.9, Skyways
But of course now there's a lot of
4003.
great ones in the Microsoft Flight Sim, so that's not wrong either, just a different simulator. Skyways 4003, ready for takeoff.
Skyways 4003, hold short runway 15, traffic on final.
Hold short runway 15.
Okay, let's see how it does with the
Skyways
landing.
4003.
It's weird because it's definitely not raining anymore, but the water is taking a bit of time to get
runway 15
yeah,
cleared for takeoff.
disappear.
Caution wake turbulence. Squawk 5323.
That was nice.
Runway 15
So
cleared for
cautioning
takeoff.
wake
Squawking
turbulence.
5323. Skyways
I don't think I've
4003.
heard that before. But okay, maybe that's a new addition for Pilot to ADC. Wake turbulence. We can maybe add a bit of thrust on the right engine. Not the fastest aircraft here. I'll add a bit more. Because we do want to get away.
Unity 913. Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Unity 913.
Oh. We can see some yellow. Maybe it's not that bad, but yeah, it's a bit hard. I mean, I have a hard time seeing that these small little clouds are gonna contain nasty weather, but you never know. I mean, it's towards that direction, right, that we're gonna have the cyclone, or I guess a hurricane, or yeah, I guess you could call it a hurricane. But the cyclone, I guess, is the name. I think it's like if it's in the southern or the northern hemisphere, they're called different, something like that. One thing I forgot was the landing light. Putting that on. I think the best way to do this is by turning to the right here. Seems to have the longest turn radius, or the largest turn radius at least. But I guess technically if it's the largest, it's also going to be the longest line. Okay, let's get turned around and we are gonna get flying. Runway 15. So we're at least on the right runway. So that's good. 5323. We have the right squawk. That's on. We have everything set up. I'm just going to do the last chrono now before we go into flex. And lights are set. Everything else is set. Can we... No sounds. No parking brakes. trims, speed brakes, and flaps are set.
Cathay 100 heavy tail, g'day.
Now flex.
Flex set.
Okay, let's push down with that joystick. 100 knots. Okay, we're picking up speed pretty nicely here. V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Cathay 100, runway 16
Positive
right.
rate. Let's get that gear up.
Cathay 100.
Oh yeah. Saying bye-bye to Cairns.
Flaps 2. Flaps 1.
Skyways 4003, turn left to heading 340, then direct to Cairns VOR.
Flaps on.
Turn left to heading 340, then direct to Cairns VOR. Skyways
look at this,
4003.
It looks very nice actually. Okay, turn left to... Did they give us a heading?
4003, contact Cairns departure
3
on
4
118.4.
and then to the Cairns VOR.
Departure on 118.4. Skyways 4003.
340.
Skyways 4003.
Okay, we
QNH
can
is
go to
1010. Climb
climb
and
mode.
maintain 2,000 feet. After is lock cleared, direct departure Skyways 4003. Inbound for ILS approach runway 32 right.
Okay, let's not get ahead of
Skyways
ourselves. Still
4003,
500 nautical miles.
Continue ILS to runway 32 right.
Continue ILS runway 32 right. Skyways 4003.
Did they only give us 2,000 feet? 6,000. Okay, so because it's kind of straight in, but we're just gonna continue like this. They want us to turn left and then fly over the Cairns VOR, so we need to continue. Feels like we've been turning left for quite some time now.
Passing 1,400, climbing to 6,000 feet.
And with a bit of an excessive bank angle.
Combo 6, Silo 180, cancel speed restriction, still 250 to a 5,000.
Maybe we can do a direct to CS.
Velocity 704, passing 1,500, climbing to 6,000. Velocity 704, departure identified, climb by SIP level 180. Hello, SIP level 180, request cancellation speed, velocity 704.
What's that sound though? No clue. Sounds awful. Okay, maybe it was the warning for the altitude. We're gonna put this to 39. But that makes sense. Okay, altitude warning. So I breached. Basically what's happening in this case is that we're not gonna get higher clearances because unfortunately 530C is already kind of, you know, it considers that it's given us the clearance.
Skyways 4003, slow to 250 knots or less.
Okay, yeah, we're
Wilco,
flying a bit
Skyways
fast.
4003.
That's the only thing I hate with the auto throttle on the Airbus. It doesn't always, or at least I feel sometimes I do go a bit fast, but that's just because I plan poorly ahead. Okay, we're soon at 10,000. We can turn these to standard. Yeah, let's try to get it a bit less of a bank angle. Okay, we're saying goodbye to... But I must say, I mean, even with the kind of land class, with the Orbit land class, P3D does look better than default X-Plane. I'll give that. I haven't never flown default P3D. I've flown default FSX and it was awful. My god. Land class by Orbix was a huge upgrade in that regard. Yeah, let's turn off the landing lights. And it's basically going to be straight flying now, so I'm going to put on the autopilot. Oh yeah, look at this, we have some nice small islands. I'm going to assume these are additions of maybe Australia, the Australia package. Because I guess technically, well, it's not, is it considered a regional package, Orbix Australia, or is it, I'm not certain. But yeah, it's definitely one of the better regions. And even here with the haze, it looks pretty nice. Since we now have, and I'm actually thinking now, we're just going to be climbing. There's nothing else to do. We have 1 hour of flying to go. We're going to fly over some nice areas. Hopefully not end up in any thunderstorms or cyclones or I guess CB clouds. I'm thinking that maybe the nicest thing would be... I'm trying to think, maybe the cinema view will be the nicest. I can always open Pilot ADC to see my more important parts. Let me just close some things. I'll move Pilot ADC down to my other screen. And then that way I can at least keep track. And what we'll do is we'll put on the cinematics. And if you know, just want to have this on in the background, now you can listen to the nice sounds. No clue how they check the sounds up at these altitudes, right? How could they know how the sound will sound, right? Because I guess on the ground it's gonna bounce off from stuff, right? We have the tarmac and the buildings, right? So I guess the sounds up high up in the air will sound a bit different. Well, I guess technically, I mean, if you're on the ground, you get the sound, but then again, you're hearing it from a different point of view. But yeah, I'll leave it at this. We're gonna climb to 39,000 feet on our way. We have about 440 nautical miles till we make Port Moresby, and about 1 hour and 10 minutes of flying to do. So yeah, let's see how this goes. See you in a jiffy.
Departure spot on 427, heading 350 past 1,700, flying to 4,000. Spot 427, departures identified, climb flight level 18, sir. Climb flight level 18, spot on 427. Four 27, turn left heading 320. Left heading 320, spot on 427. Approach, good morning, Constantine 67, sending 9,000 information next. Constantine 67, approach, good day, expect down at Mike, runway 01 right, descend by start of 5,000. Runway 01 right, descend by start 5,000, Constantine 67.
Departures, Ticket 1786, passing 1,200, climbing 560,000.
Ticket 1786 identified, climb 5 to flight level 180, cancel speed restrictions.
Flight level 180, cancel speed, descent from 10 F.
Ticket 8, Qantas 520, I'm passing 1,000, climbing 6,000. Qantas 531 identified, climb 5 to flight level 180. 5 to flight level 180, Qantas 521. Qantas 521, cancel seat track direct Hugo, no speed restrictions. Cancel seat direct Hugo, no speed, Qantas 521, thank you.
Matter of morning 29716, airborne runway 01, right passing 2,700.
China Eastern 716 identified, climb by seat to flight level 180.
Flight level 190, confirm 29716.
China Eastern 716, climb to flight level 180.
Flight level 180, 29716.
Passing today, Yankee Mike Victor's passing 1,700. Yankee Mike Victor, climb reception bay to 5,000. Climb reception bay 5,000, Yankee Mike Victor. Yankee Mike Victor, climb to 7,000. Climb 7,000, Yankee Mike Victor. Yankee Mike Victor, what's your third level? Flight level 120 is available. Okay.
Departures velocity 609, passing 1,600, climbing 6,000.
Velocity 609 identified, climb by seat to flight level 180.
Climb by seat to flight 180, velocity 609.
China Eastern 716, cancel speed restrictions.
Cancel speed restrictions, China Eastern 716.
Keeling 550, contact departures.
Direct departures, Keeling 550, see ya.
flight 473, wind 100 degrees at 9 knots, cleared to land.
Let's land 01 right, tide 433.
Jetstar 931, you can cancel speed restrictions.
I cancel speed restrictions, Jetstar 931.
China Eastern 716, contact centre 123.0.
123.0, good day, China Eastern 716.
Okay. Tower, good day, velocity 931.
Velocity 931, Tower, good day.
Nine right, 140, climbing 4,000, passing 2,900.
2579 identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180, ceiling 579.
Pacific Bay 146, passing 2,500 on climb 6,000.
Okay, 146 identified, climb by seat to flight level 180.
Climb by the seat, flight level 180, Bay 146.
Killing 579, turn right heading 240.
Right, 240, killing 579.
Departures QJet 1760, we're passing 1,700, climbing 6,000.
QJet 760 identified, climb by seat to flight level 180.
Flying via seat, flight level 180, QJet 1760.
Kelly 146, cancel the seat, turn left heading 330.
Turn left heading 330, Bay 146.
velocity 942, passing 2,300, climbing 6,000. Velocity 942 identified, climb via SID flight level 180. Climb via the SID flight 180, velocity 942. Departure Jetstar 801 is climbing to flight level 180. Jetstar 801, open departures, climb to flight level 250. Flight level 250, Jetstar 801. Jetstar 563, passing 1,500, climbing 6,000. Jetstar 563, identified. Uh, 942, once tracking the Hugo, cancel speed. Once tracking the Hugo, cancel speed, thanks for 942.
Taxi 053 Heavy Risen departure, good afternoon, identified. Climb via SID, flight level 180, cancel speed restrictions.
Climb 180, confirm.
Taxi 053 AFM, flight level 180.
180 and cancel speed restriction, Dynasty 053.
QJ1581 departures, good afternoon, climb to flight level 250.
Climb to flight level 250, QJ 1581.
C328, cancel SID, turn right, heading 170, vectors for Iskam.
Cancel SID, right heading 170, velocity 328.
Departure G'day, velocity 2973, passing 2,100 at 6,000.
0973 departures, afternoon, identified, climb via SID, flight level 180, cancel speed restrictions.
Climb via SID 180, cancel speed, velocity 2973.
Departures Keeling 726 Delta, turning west heading 260, passing 2,700, climb to 4,000.
Keeling 726 Delta departures, g'day, identified, maintain 4,000, there'll be traffic crossing you in about 90 seconds, 1,000 above that.
Maintain 4,000 on to Keeling 726 Delta. Departures G'day, Big Deck, Paper Pass, turn right heading 090, passing 1,900, climbing 4,000.
Did you have a photo departures, afternoon, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to to flight level 180, Victor Papa.
Victor Echo Papa, resume main navigation, direct to Villa.
Resume main navigation, compass direct to Villa, understood, Victor Echo Papa. Departure Skytrans 735, turn right, heading 090, passing 1,900, climbing 4,000. Departure Skytrans 735.
Skytrans 735, departures identified, and climb to flight level 140, verify altitude.
Climb flight level 140, passing 2,700, Skytrans 735.
Skytrans 735.
Sky 474 at Alpha 9, I'll line up and wait runway 01 right.
Skytrans 735, turn right, heading at 180.
Right, heading 180, Skytrans 735.
Good day, QJet 1762, passing 1,600, climb to 6,000.
QJet 1762, departures identified, climb by SID 2, flight level 180.
Right, SID 2, flight level 180, QJet 1762.
Skytrans 735, resume navigation, clear direct Gordy.
Navigation direct Gordy, Skytrans 735.
So you, Brendan?
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Good, thanks. Safari 3, press cancel speed.
Safari 3, clear direct Hugo, and continue at the published speed at this stage, thanks.
Okay, direct Hugo, Safari 3.
Bar 3,300, cleared honors, X-ray runway 14, possibly 526.
Departures.
Good afternoon, climb to 6,000 feet.
Type 474, heavy departures identified, climb by SID 2, flight level 180, verify altitude.
Climb via SID to flight level 180, Thai 474.
Type 474, verify altitude.
Passing altitude 2,000 feet, Thai 474.
Type 474. Velocity 610, cancel speed restrictions. Cancel speed, velocity 610.
User 1781, cancel speed restrictions to standby star 7000.
Cancel speed restrictions and bias star to 7000, QJet 1781.
G'day, velocity 325, passing 1,600, climbing 6,000.
Velocity 375, departures identified, climb by SID 2, flight level 180.
Climb by the SID, flight level 180, velocity 375.
G'day, Echo Zulu Romeo, maintaining 6,000, asylum heading 350.
Echo Zulu Romeo departures.
Departures, g'day, Connor 623, climbing 6,000, passing 1,100.
Connor 623, departures identified, climb by SID 2, 9,000.
Fly the SID to 9,000, Connor 623.
Velocity 954, cleared, direct Hugo.
Direct Hugo, velocity 954.
Velocity 954, climb via SID 2, flight level 180.
Climb by SID to flight level 180, velocity 954.
Twenty-three cleared, direct Hugo.
Pre-clear direct to Hugo, climb 623.
Killing 366 Delta, resume our navigation, clear direct Sunshine Coast.
Navigation direct Sunshine Coast, killing 366 Delta.
departures, good day, QZ 1792, passing 1,900, climb to 6,000.
QZ 1792, departures identified, climb by SID2, flight level 180.
Climb by SID, flight level 180, QZ 1792.
Quebec 1 is 533, passing 1,000, climbing 6,000.
1 is 533, departures identified, climb by SID2, flight level 180.
Climb by the SID, flight level 180, Qantas 533. Qantas 533, request cancel speed.
Qantas 533, clear direct Hugo, and once you're pointing southbound, cancel speed restrictions.
Direct Hugo, once pointing southbound, cancel speed, Qantas 533. Climb at 6,000.
QZ 1549, departures identified, climb by SID2, flight level 180.
Climb by SID, flight 180, QZ 1549.
Killing 516 Delta, resume main navigation, clear direct Sunshine Coast.
Direct Sunshine Coast, killing 516 Delta.
Okay, there we go. Back a bit earlier, but let's see how we're doing. Let me see. We're still at YBCS departure.
Good afternoon, we're climbing 6,000, passing 1,300, record 2.
Singapore 236, departures identified, climb by SID2,
How?
flight level 180.
180, Singapore 236.
How? Well, maybe that makes sense. I'm not certain actually.
And just re-verify altitude, please.
Maybe since we're flying over the sea, there's not going to be too many people to talk to.
Yeah, it's flight level 180 via SID.
We are in cruise, we're flying Mach. Fuel is looking fine.
Singapore 236.
No issue with pressurization. I should have checked that earlier. Sorry, no smoking. We still want them. Yeah, to not smoke.
Heading 015, past 1,400, climbing to 4,000.
Yeah, maybe seatbelt sign off or something. We should have selected a while ago.
On to 9,000, start off 414.
In terms of the weather, we're seeing a bit more clouds, but nothing too interesting. Not the prettiest clouds, they look like round circles. There should be more clouds as we get closer, but let's see. I love how it does give us readings on the weather radar, but I doubt that they are of any use. It's during these moments I really miss 2D clouds, but But I mean, at the end of the day, I feel it's worth it. The game runs smoother.
Resume navigation, clear direct lethal.
It's just better in that regard. Looks a bit weird though ahead. It's like all the colors are kind of flowing into each other. Not sure why that is. Is it because we have such a long range? Oh, look at that, guys. Suddenly we are getting clouds that look nasty. We're even seeing some more pings on our radar. Maybe that's because I increased the range. It's only 190 nautical miles to go now, so we're getting there slow and steady. Let's have a look also if there's any good sales now. It feels like we're really kind of reaching the end. There's some of these best P3D add-ons, you know, you never see them on sale. Doesn't apply for everything. We've seen A2A have more sales than they used to. At least for a while. But yeah, not that many actually. I'm checking sim market, nothing too interesting. I want to get the Sud Corsica airport. Still want to get the Canberra Pier 9 at some point from Just Flight. Just not sure what type of flights I'll do with that. That's the problem. I like to have collect some of these military ones, but then I just don't fly them enough. So a bit of a bummer. It's a bit like, for example, the Milovis Phantom. It's a great plane. Why haven't I flown that one or nor featured it? I mean, it's crazy good. It's definitely the best, I think, fighter aircraft that I have from the kind of Cold War. It's probably even better than the Tornado, or kind of at the same level maybe as the Just Flight Tornado, but it's very fun. Nah, it's probably better than a Tornado, let's be honest. Then I have all the Sim Skunk Works. Who has their, what do they call the Harrier, right? Oh yeah, then we had Steamworks Studios. Those products I really totally missed kind of to buy. I would have wanted their carrier. And I think they might have had the Harrier jet as well. Let's see if there's any new ones we're waiting for. Or maybe we can start. Let's have a look. When's our top of descent? Yeah, it's coming up pretty shortly, so maybe we should enter actually our data for our destination. Can't hurt at least. 1007, so a bit lower. Barometric pressure. The temp is higher though, at 31 degrees Celsius. The winds are still 3330 at 15 knots. Should be though a headwind, so we should be fine. The baro, let's check. 32 right. What's the runway? So 32 right. Let me see. This is arrivals. It's always at the bottom right. They have the, yeah, here we go, the approach charts. ILS 32 right. They have different procedures, A and B. I'm gonna assume A. And that's a minimum of 450. So let's put that in. Okay, so we have that data. Hell, we even have some red now. But as you can see, it's been... This is... this is the CB cloud. No, you can get a bit better CB clouds. This is some sort of proto CB clouds, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not always the best clouds you'll get with True Sky. Yeah, the big loss is of course that you're getting the same type of clouds, right? You're not getting the variety. That's really the cool part with flying with the 2D ones. Specifically if you have Rex, so that makes the cloud look really good. But yeah, very heavy on the computers, so not recommended from that regard. At least I've had a lot of stuttering, which I don't have, or you know, I still get stuttering, but not nearly as much as I used to. Let's increase the range here. We are still only getting water blue. Let's double check the radio. 1095. That is correct. 322. That is correct. Missed approach is to go straight and then turn back. So dead reckoning 2500 before left turn to the PYBOR, which is directly in front of the runway of 32 right. It's funny though how the clouds look very similar, but there somewhere is a little bit of a red blip on our radar. Unclear though if that's truly something problematic or not. Let me also check. I think we were supposed to descend to 2,000 feet. Maybe that's why we got it so early, because they're expecting us to take care of it ourselves. Let's see how that goes. Does that make sense though? Yeah, it does, because that's how we were going to start the approach at 2,000. Okay, and let's have a look here. I'm at Sim Aviation now, seeing if there's anything new. Now they're still just doing freeware aircraft. Someone even did the Airbus, the A380. Requires the full project Airbus. So what's the required file? Oh, maybe it's a searched one.
275, zero navigation, track direct to York.
Full project Airbus. When they say project Airbus, maybe it's because I can't. I don't know. Weird though, having a required file. Project Airbus A380 P3D. Maybe we'll find something. Okay, maybe Project Airbus is just like the exterior model, because the interior one looks pretty damn awful. It looks like an A340, if even that. But okay, yeah, so basically nothing new in Sim Aviation. What's this Twin Otter aircraft config fix? Oh, so there's freeware. It's crazy the amount of like freeware, like people really spend a lot of time with those. I mean, kudos to them, but
I said 4,000, squawk 4067,
But when you have some of these nice payware ones, I mean, as long as you can pay for them, I guess they're worth it, I would say. Okay, we can start descending now. It's gonna be down to 2,000. And even if you don't have that many payware ones, it's still, you know, worth getting some of them. Don't need all of them. Of course, now we don't have that many anymore in P3D, unfortunately. We have lost quite a few. PMDG, the black box. Hell, Ian Leonardo ditched us. So the Mad Dog said bye-bye. Okay, now we're seeing once again a bit of a change. Or are we? That's weird. I was expecting the smaller ones to disappear. Okay, the larger ones still are larger, but the upper layers clouds are still here. No Cirrus clouds either. That's also a bit of a bummer. But okay, so nothing on Sim Aviation. One big loss is not being able to access flightsim.com. There's a lot of nice files on that one. Let's see what else. Nothing on Sim Outhouse. Some nice expansion for the Serasim Bell 412.
Yankee Bravo Tango, onwards clearance will be to turn left heading 320 visual, climb to 1,500.
Left heading 320 visual, climb 1,500, Yankee Bravo Tango.
Color Classic forums. Yeah, probably nothing of interest. The one website I always used to follow was the HJG forums. You know, you never know if they release something cool. Now it's mainly 2D panels, but they used to have some with virtual. Or I mean, to be honest, they didn't just have a few. I mean, I'm still using the David Maltby's Back 111. Haven't flown it in a while now. And then also the Trident, which I think is also David Maltby, and then also the Mercury. So yeah, actually it's a few that carries over into P3D, and maybe some of the other models would as well. You would just have to create like some sort of virtual cockpit, but then you could set it up as a 2D one. Yeah, look at this landscape. Never seen something like this. And they do look a bit weird, the clouds. Maybe it's my settings. Let's have a look if my live graphics. If we go with the brightness completely off, it's gonna look very different. Bloom, it only makes a big difference once you're really pushing it, right? Saturation is only gonna choose how colorful you want it. And I usually go with a less colorful look. It can look nice, of course, with colors, but I think the key is that you're destroying kind of the look. Generally speaking, it looks very unrealistic, I would say.
Studio 1752, cancel your SID, fly heading 355, climb flight level 180.
Yeah, not that many news on HJG.
Flight level 180, clear jet 1752.
Product 480, contact center 135, decimal 6.
They do have some nice models though, the A8, sorry A8, the E8, and then the Convairs. I need to have a look at some point. Are there a few more with virtual cockpits? Not all of them has or have that. I think most are only 2D ones. Look at that, guys. There's definitely something red on our screen. Now I almost wish that we we had the Rex, because seeing a Cyclone in Rex and they go up to, you can have the kind of option that they go up to like 70,000 feet. It's huge. I mean, the first time I was just trying it out, I kind of created a storm just to kind of see how it looked, and it was massive. It was just completely massive. It was very interesting, actually.
Kilo 1752, track direct to Coral.
Track direct to Coral, QJ 1752.
Did we really transition? That was a pretty good transition, actually. For being active sky transition, that worked pretty well to the kind of lower levels with. Okay, I'll give it a salute there. It almost felt like we were smoothly transitioning in terms of the weather. So yeah, great job, Active Sky, getting this system to work. Of course, we did lose the huge red thing, but maybe that's for the best.
Departures, Qantas 513, passing 1,300 on climb 6 hours.
Qantas 513, departures are identified, climb by seat flight level 110.
Let's see the Skytrack live map. We can see who all are flying. We have a 777-200ER flown by Luke Branch on its way to Gatwick from Princess Juliana Airport. Can't see which sim it's using, but that's fine. We have a 737-800, a A320-200, and a 737-800. They are really the most commonly used aircrafts. And here we have one more top of sky, A320-200 Neo. This is a nice route though. Auckland to Wellington, and then we have us descending and then getting there. I really like with some of these virtual airlines kind of how nice their live maps can be. Here you have another one, right, where you can see if they're flying on VAT sim. Here you can even see what sim they're flying, and crazily enough, well, there was one that was X-Plane in Walker, but 24 seems to have. Okay, we're seeing quite a few flying X-Planes, so it does seem like it has its place. 24, X-Plane, 24. I haven't seen a single P3D. You wonder if you can see on the stats how. But yeah, basically everyone is flying. Then 2020. There's not a lot of them. It feels like 2020 has almost gone out of business as fast as P3D. Which is a bit interesting, actually. Maybe the longevity of P3D will be longer than 2020. I'm gonna check if you can see any statistics. Here we have stats. So weekly flight activities moving around.
Transfer speed, let's see 30.
Simulators all time. X-Plane is actually the primary one of Walker, so that's pretty cool. More than half the flights. P3D is a sizable amount, but very tiny. I'll show you here. You can see how people have been flying, if it's offline or with wet sim. And then yeah, here we have P3D and FSX. And we can see flight hours all time. It's very cool with these kind of features, right? There's definitely been a dip here. This is the biggest dip. So from January. And I'm wondering why there's such a dip. So I guess that's the amount of... So it's hours versus... Okay, so the actual plane flying hasn't dipped. Okay, yeah, it's dipped quite a bit because we're in early March, right? That's why it's gonna come up, back up. And here we can see cargo versus packs. Very interesting with these, with the virtual airlines have a good kind of stats page. We're now coming down into the clouds, and from here on out, True Sky does look pretty good. That's how I would put it, at least. But it's once you get higher up that it kind of loses out. Most flown aircraft. It's the A320neo, the A320, the 737-8, A319, and 737. So I'm guessing the 737-700. Most flown aircraft last year. The 777 has though been very popular. Most flown aircraft last month. The MD-11 has been very popular. Most flown aircraft this month. And the MD-11 doesn't really show up. So what this shows me is that, you know, there's some aircraft that are very kind of, they come and they go, while there are these kind of standard ones that are being flown. And of course this could just be reflective of the Walker Air populace, but it's still interesting. What's my rank on Walker? I'm captain, but how high up can you go? Probably quite a
Skyways
bit.
4003 expedite speed
Let's put
reduction
on
to
the
250 knots.
There we are.
Wilco, Skyways 4003.
Trying to slow down. Transition altitude is 20,000. Okay, so we should have put the QNH a bit earlier. I will do it now. Let's just have a look. I love how we're still at YBCS departure. We're gonna be moved to... Yeah, I have no clue actually. This is interesting. Seems like we have a straight in. Okay. Maybe there are control by this time, I don't know, to be honest. Okay, we have 2-star speeds, that's good. Landing system is on. We seem to be descending relatively reasonably. When I'm looking at my aircraft that I've flown, the A320 with Walker, that is, it's one of the top ones. Anyone else that I've flown a lot? The 737-800 I've flown similar amounts. God, I used to fly so much when I started off and really got these nice add-ons. I would just fly any kind of route. A bit fun actually. I really love when you get like a new aircraft and you're learning it and you get to experience it the first time. It's a lot of fun. Hi, how up can you go though in class? That's a good question. You can... you can go... Guatemala, where can you see that?
Kilo Bravo, track direct to Hugo, plan route.
Rank and points, maybe. Is that gonna tell us? God damn, I'm not even high. I'm captain, but you have like... I'm on the 4th level. Look at this with the Walker. So many higher levels. I'm very low on all of mine. I mean, since I fly different virtual airlines, I'm never gonna rise through the ranks that quickly, and I don't have time. But fun to see nevertheless. Okay, let's put medium on the auto brake. I think we still have the speed brake armed, so that's fine. Norm on the ignition. This one jumped away because of the freezing. I don't know if we're supposed to be expecting rain or not. Doesn't look like it. So we should be fine. We're definitely now kind of in the cloud layer. Or are we? Yeah, I think we are, because you can see kind of how it chips a bit. Not too bad. Oh, but look at that. Here we can see the land now as well. We're gonna zoom in a bit. And I'm actually gonna switch them over.
Contact Jackson's approach on 125.8.
Approach on 125.8. Skyways 4003.
Okay, so we're gonna be at 4,000 for a bit. And is it slowing down to 130?
Approach Skyways 4003.
That
descending
makes no
to 2,000 feet.
Or at least I don't see how it makes any sense.
Good afternoon.
It should be slowing down to around maybe 195. Let's see where it's going, where it's heading. Yeah, let me check my stats on Fly UK as well. So I'm now a Class C first officer, and I'll be a Class C captain in 7 hours. And after that, okay, it's not that bad to get to Class B. You'll get a lot of fun ones, and then Class A the same.
Contact Jackson's Tower on 118.1.
Tower on 118.1. Skyways 4003.
Okay, and we have stopped here. That's good. We're continuing to descend. I'm just gonna check. Yeah.
Tower
UK
Skyways
Skytrack still working.
4003. Inbound for ILS approach runway tree to right.
And what's the fuff? Is there a fuff? Maybe not. I think I think we can soon then start to ready up. Let me have a look here. Yeah, East Look, CF, FF. Yeah, then it's gonna be the runway. Let's go to flaps 1. Well, we lost all the visibility suddenly. Does that make sense? Wasn't that bad? Now the visibility is supposed to be fine. We are broken at 2,000, so we still have to get a bit lower. Flaps 2. Okay, we still have some ways to go. Still descending. Yeah, I think it's starting to be time. It's a bit weird though. Why can't we see some of these? It's just because we almost broke through there. I'm gonna put approach mode. Check if we can. Yeah, we can now talk to them. Skyways 4003 established on final.
Skyways 4003 winds are calm. Cleared to land runway tree to right.
Full flaps.
Cleared
We'll
to
let
land
the
runway
ILS
tree
take us
to
down a
right.
bit
Skyways 4003.
before we engage anything more. I think we'll soon break through the cloud layer. It looks a bit weird though. I don't like this. That, you know, you can see the difference between the clouds and the ground. I think it's the same with 2D clouds though, to be fair, so yeah. Yeah, we're starting to see some of the surrounding areas. You can already see lack of autogen. Okay, I'm gonna take control. And I'm gonna shut that. For some reason we ended up higher. Did I just not put it low enough? Could be. Let's see if we can salvage this. We'll do a bit of rough flying. But yeah, actually it's a damn shame how much autogen is missing here. Yeah, I didn't remember it being this bad when... It could also be when you come from another area and you're, you know, coming to this area, then suddenly some things are not loading as they should. It's not always the case, but it has happened. Okay, seems like we're getting down now appropriately. But yeah, to be honest, that's one of the biggest gripes I have with photoreal. And now I remember also why I removed it in X-Plane 12, because there were so many places I was landing at and there was no autogen. None at all. Wasn't always the case, but whenever I went to somewhere a bit more exotic, it would be gone. Yeah, I'm gonna add a bit of thrust. Okay, let's see if we can maintain. It's pretty well. It's not the lowest wind knots, but they're perfectly coming as a headwind, right? So it's actually fairly good from our perspective. Okay, let's see. Now we're a bit high, 100 above. Soon we'll be at our minimums. Continue. And it's because of this wind that we're able to kind of catch up. 300. 200. 100.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5.
Oh no, I forgot the signs. Awkward.
70 knots. Top right 21, contact departure is gone.
Departure top right 21.
But okay, can't always get everything right. And I forgot the lights. Ah, that's a bummer. Oh no, he's calling me now. He's about to tell me I messed up. Yeah, I got a bit too complacent there. Too excited to land a new place. Oh no, look at this. What's going on with the airport? What the hell? So yeah, okay, so something is not loading as it should. This airport is not supposed to look like this. You can see it's default buildings, but how?
Skyways 4003 contact Jackson's ground on 121.7.
Ground on 121.7,
How is
Skyways
that
4003.
I mean, thank God at least the airport surroundings were working. What are the odds of this? Something with the scenery library that's not working as it should. Weird error to have though. I'll have to have a look with in terms of the placement. What's causing this? Yeah, I hate when it happens. It's happened a few times, but it makes sense that it would happen to one of these airports that I haven't flown to in a long or ever, to be frank. I've only started from it, and then sometimes you miss some of these more obvious. I'm gonna turn off all of those. We'll go to the main terminal, but yeah, this is not how it's supposed to look. What's going on? The funny part is it's not even like terminal buildings. It's just pure autogen. Pretty good looking autogen, but yeah, we don't want that on our airport. How can this be? Sacre bleu. This is no good. Yeah, this is one of those things that I could live without, you know, now having done a almost 2-hour flight, if we include like all the prep and stuff, and then you're gonna land at the airport for the first time, you're excited, and then it looks like this. Oh, the humanity. Well, it could have been worse, let's not complain. I wonder if I had it at, or if I recorded. I think so, but I remember I was landing at Charleston, one of those smaller, I think it was in West Virginia, not the one in South Carolina, and that one was like, you know, the mesh was off, so that was pretty awful. So yeah, it could always be worse. And look at that fucker. Very nice. The guys, or for those of you who have Microsoft Flight Sim, you're gonna get to enjoy that bird soon enough when Just Flight releases it. Now let's get that on. And I'm gonna turn here. So this building also looks like it's kind of on top of the airport. What a tragedy, but so be it. Can't always get what you want, right? I always think about that song when, if I remember it. I was watching the Fox News broadcast, because I always think those are, you know, they're not news, they're entertainment. And when Donald Trump won the first time around, and then they played that song, right? Oh, I always love the American presidential elections. It's the only television I'll watch religiously. It's very interesting to follow. I only follow though. I mean, I follow the news before, but then you know, on the election day, that's really just for me. I'll even make sure my work day after that is pretty empty, so I can sleep out. Good. I think we have the APU. We can shut the engines. And we are post-flight on the blocks now. I don't think we can see the... Unfortunately not. We can't see the landing rate through our ACARS app, so we'll have to use something else. But I'll need to figure out what's going wrong. And look at it, they don't even have functioning roofs. So annoying. Frustrating, to put it lightly. But yeah, the roofs are the least of my problems. I didn't know how to get rid of this autogen here. The funny part is that maybe I didn't even notice it when I looked at it before. So it could have just been my own fault. Still no. Okay, now I can hear it. 2:19. Extremely ahead of schedule. They're very satisfied. So the only one who wasn't satisfied was the pilot himself, who didn't like the fact that the airport's autogen was messing with the visuals. We'll stop recording. I will submit our PyRep, and we'll have a quick watch at the replay. We'll need to go a bit further back, it seems. Hell, even further than 420. That's not often. 440 it is. But yeah, I mean, what did I do wrong? Usually it's kind of easy to avoid this situation. You build a nice exclusion and that's gonna do the trick. But there's something else here messing with my fine Port Moresby Airport. We were close to actually floating, and I think we might have... Okay, we did hit down with the back gears before the front one. I hate watching the landings though with the FSLabs ones, because you really lose all the animations and stuff. That's a big plus to explain that all of that kind of works. But oh well, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Even though, you know, forgot some things on approach with the lights, and unfortunately with the autogen issue here, so you couldn't really see the airport. It's a very good looking one though, Port Moresby by Orbex, so highly recommend it. Now I just need to figure out what file is causing my issues. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching and bye bye.